In a recent conversation with a newer coach, they asked, could you just walk me through a full executive coaching session? Like, how does it begin and what happens next and how does it end? Well, to a veteran coach like myself, that may seem like a really simple question, but I think it's actually a really good one because for a newer coach who would like to explain to a prospective client what actually happens in a coaching session, it might be good to have a clear understanding yourself. So here it is, essentially the walkthrough of a coaching session. I say an executive coaching session because that's what I do, but this could be any type of coaching session. So first, begin with a model. You want to have a model that you can use to hang the session on so that it flows smoothly from beginning to end. This model that I often use is the TOMS model. When I lead new coaches through mentor coaching, I help them to understand and apply the TOMS model as the framework to get the agreement, which is the essential beginning part of the coaching session. Without the agreement, everything can go awry in the coaching sessions. You really need to get that nailed down. The TOMS model stands for topic, outcome, meaning, and success measure. Topic. Here's an example. I would like to talk about what's happening at work. I have so many different projects that I'm trying to juggle and my head is just swirling. I feel completely disorganized. What would you like to talk about in relation to this? That's the outcome. Well, I would like to just feel like I'm more in control and have some sort of way forward. Why is this important? That's the meaning within the TOMS model. I don't feel like I'm doing a good job right now, and that doesn't make me feel good. I like to be a strong contributor in the organization, and I'm just not feeling it right now, and that's why this is coming up as the most important thing we should talk about. What would be a way for us to know that we've helped you gain some clarity by the end of the coaching session? This is the S, the success measure. If by the end of the coaching session, I had a plan for the next week to essentially prioritize, know what I'm going to work on any given day, what I hope to have done by the end of the week, that would be tremendous. All right. So then you're hoping that we were going to go from this state of feeling frazzled that you feel right now, disorganized, not feeling good, to feeling better because we have a clear plan for you to act on in the next week. Is that right? We reflect back the agreement that we believe we've heard to ensure that we're in sync before we start the coaching. The client says yes. Then we might ask, how would you like to begin? What are your thoughts to get started with this? What ideas do you have? We move into the body of the coaching session now. There isn't necessarily a framework for this as much as it's a series of open-ended, thought-provoking questions that may generate new ideas, new perspectives, new insights. A way forward towards the objective. All of this happens through conversation in the body of the coaching session. We're generally asking open-ended questions, but occasionally we may ask a yes-no question for clarification. We may simply be silent and give them time to reflect. We may ask if we can share an observation, something that's coming up for us that we feel will be important to share with them. These can all be elements of the body of the coaching session, along with a few check-ins to see how the client feels about the progress being made towards the objective. Do they feel we're on track? If not, how should we proceed? The check-ins are very helpful, and experienced coaches regularly use them. All throughout the body of the session, we are giving the client agency to lead the conversation. We are facilitating it, keeping track of the time, guiding them gently forward towards the objective, maybe delving deeper into topics that they would like to talk more about with their permission. It's all about their agency. As we round out the time, we get near the end, and then we move to the third part of the coaching session, which is the close. We partner with the client to close the session. However, we may begin with one more check-in. How do you feel about the progress we've made? Do you have a clear plan now? Yes, I have a clear plan. I feel much better. I feel like we've achieved what I wanted to achieve. How would you like to close? They may want to talk about insights or perspectives that they've gained, about when they might act on their plan, accountability, what resources or support they might tap into, what barriers to success might exist, what they'll learn by taking action. For more ideas on the closing section and what might help you and help the coachee, refer to the ICF coaching competencies, which can be found on their website at coachingfederation.org. And there you'll gain ideas for how to close with the client. So there you have it. That's essentially the anatomy of a coaching session. Have I included everything that could possibly happen? Of course not. But I think I've included enough to give you the scaffolding to feel more confident that you could not only explain what happens in a coaching session, but actually conduct a coaching session successfully. Let me know. Paste your comments below to let me know how you feel about this walk through a coaching session. If you have further questions, post them in the comments or send me an email at michael@BAECexecutivecoach.com. If this video has been helpful, please like it, comment on it, and share it with others. And of course, subscribe to the channel since more videos are on the way. Now, if you'd like to go deeper with me, then consider enrolling in the Center for Executive Coaching, where I am a faculty member. I lead online training classes most weeks of the year. I lead mentor coaching programs and in-person seminars several times a year. So there are multiple ways to learn directly with me, as well as a group of excellent instructors that teach online classes, virtual seminars, and mentor coaching programs as well. So you get full access to a great group of instructors and mentor coaches when you join the Center for Executive Coaching. To learn more, visit my blog site, created to support you in your coaching journey, at BayAreaExecutiveCoachTraining.com. There you can access a blog that tells you about the TOMS model and other coaching models and other resources. You can also schedule time to talk with me about enrolling in the Center for Executive Coaching. I also invite you to follow my LinkedIn company page. Go to LinkedIn, look for Bay Area Executive Coach, and follow that page for resources that are shared there with coaches each week. Thank you very much.